For lawyer candidates, the call to the bar ceremony or administrative licensure is the last step in the licensing process. Ceremonial call to the bar requires in-person attendance. The administrative call process does not. For paralegal candidates, the last step in the licensing process is administrative licensure. In whatever form, licensure is the result of your hard work, and it signifies that the Law Society has determined that you are competent to practice law as a lawyer or provide legal services as a paralegal in Ontario. It is a significant milestone. To be licensed in Ontario, candidates must successfully complete and meet all the licensing and good character requirements established by the Law Society to become licensed in Ontario. For some candidates, including lawyers transferring to Ontario from within Canada and Ontario law deans and professors, completion of some elements of the licensing process may not be required. These candidates should consult the website for more information. As lawyer candidates become eligible for licensure, they will be notified in LSO Connects to select either administrative licensure or a ceremonial call to the bar, pay the necessary fees, and upload the required documents. Note that lawyers from other provinces who transfer to Ontario are only eligible for administrative licensure. When paralegal candidates become eligible for licensure, they too will be notified in LSO Connects to pay their licensing fee and upload the required document. Candidates are expected to regularly check their LSO Connects account for licensing information and updates. To be eligible to be licensed, all candidates must have successfully completed all components of the licensing process as required, have paid all Law Society fees, including the applicable licensing fee, have filed the required documents, be of good character as required by Section 27(2) of the Law Society Act, and please note that candidates have a continuing obligation to keep the responses to the questions set out in the good character section of their application current, complete, and correct prior to the date of call. And lastly, they must have submitted the required licensing documents. All candidates, except mobility candidates, are required to pay the licensing fee according to the method of licensure applicable to them and as prescribed in the fees schedule. For lawyer candidates who select a ceremonial call to the bar, the required oath will be taken in person. The affidavit for taking the oath need not be submitted. All persons seeking administrative licensure must complete and submit the affidavit for taking the oath. This document must be signed and commissioned. Academic call candidates must also complete and submit the member record input form provided to them. Once you submit your oath document and licensing fee, your account and requirements will be reviewed to determine if all requirements for licensure have been met and that everything is complete. Accounts that are verified and complete are then added to the next available list for licensure. Errors in completing the documents or not paying fees in full in your account may result in delays in licensure. Processing timelines may also be extended during peak periods. Candidates who wish to defer their licensure must submit a written request through LSO Connects if the deadline to defer has passed. Licensing process candidates must complete all requirements for licensure and be licensed within their 3-year licensing term. Any deferral of licensure beyond your 3-year licensing term may be subject to additional requirements. After you are licensed, the Law Society of Ontario certificate and the court certificate will be mailed to all new licensees following their call to the bar ceremony or their administrative licensure. Receipt of these certificates is not required to commence the practice of law or provision of legal services. If you have any questions, please contact us via your LSO Connects account.